in a very, very real way. And this show is ending up being good, yo, being real good. So with that said, I yo man, I'm happy we got this. But late ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today or yeah, coming with another wonderful episode of On Screen. That's right, late night live doing our thing, and I got to give a big shout out behind me to the artist sponsored Raw Geek Fine Art on Instagram, and also big shout out to Curo Brand that came through, hit a brother with some brand new hats, some gear, all that good stuff. Big shout out to Cure Brand. You see that ads on the channel. You know, they do their thing. They help us pay the bills. They help us get our name out there, all that good stuff. So curebrand.com, check them out. And they got snapbacks for, you know what I'm saying, for the big headed brothers, the big bald headed brothers doing their thing. So big shout out to the big headed brothers out there that need the snapbacks. Fit it ain't even gonna fit your fitted head. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get on it. But let's get into a show that is just using Star Wars lore in an awesome way, and that is The Mandalorian. Um, Straight up, this is a show that it could have easily been messed up. But with Dave Filoni, we know Dave Filoni knows his thing, and him kind of spearheading this joint, we knew kind of the kind of show we was gonna have. So this episode is called The Child. We see the at the end of the last episode, we find this a kid. He's like 50 years old. We think he's gonna be an old man. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready to get his senior coffee at the restaurant, and we find out it's a little baby. You know what I'm saying? A little Yoda baby. And I just say that because technically we've never learned the name of Yoda's species or his race. So only thing we can say is he's a Yoda baby. I know that's not the nicest thing to say, but he's a baby Yoda. He might be like, yo, I don't even know Yoda like that. But the we find out that not only are Yoda babies like extremely strong in the force, but they're cute. They're just straight up cute. So this episode is funny for a few reasons. I'll get to the funny first, and then I'll kind of double back to the stuff where it gets serious in this episode. All right, in Star Wars, Jawas are definitely like Debo, right? Like, because Jawas are like, we gonna steal your stuff and then like sell it back to you. Be like, yo, you took my bike. What bike, punk? You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you just stole. Like, Jawas are, you know what it's like? Parking your joint around Jawas is like parking your car in a hood that you ain't from. Like, you don't know this hood. And all right, here, listen to this. All right, you know how you park your car in a spot that's like, I don't know about this hood. And like, you be walking, like you hit the left boop boop, and you walking away from your car. But then you kind of like, you hit the boop boop one more time because you like if I hit it one more time, it'll add like extra security on the car. And then you like look at your car like, please God be there. Like, please, like look, I ain't got but one car, God. Like, don't do me like this. This is what happened. You know what I'm saying? Jawas will take your Jawas is like New Jersey Drive on old boy ship, son. Like they straight took the rims off that joint. There was nothing left. They took all his guns, took everything. And I was just like, yo, these some stealing mom. Like, yo, these some stealing mom. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, they be stealing. And the funny thing is, when he came up to him, there was like, put down your gun. Put down my gun. You stole my stuff. Like, not like you're acting like I stole your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Talk about put down my gun. You put down your gun. um, the scene where he was just straight disintegrating cats was like, yo, and that's, of course, this isn't Boba Fett, but of course you get that kind of statement from, you get that idea of the statement from Darth Vader, and also, also anyone else in the Empire that knows how Mandalorians get down, like no disintegration. Like, look, hey, don't disintegrate nobody, motherfucker. Like, bring him to me. Dang. Like, every time you turning people into dust, I ain't asked for that. I said, put him in a block of ice and bring him here. That's what I said. And you blowing people up, disintegrating them. So just seeing him disintegrate people was cool because that joke was like, like it wasn't like, how they got like Tron Derez or something. Nah, they didn't want none of that. It he was just like dust, like an empty coat, like just flowing. So I love that about that scene. Him chasing down the rolling fortress was cool just to see the fortress up close because, of course, we've seen the rolling fortress a couple of times in Star Wars, but to see it up close like that, to be inside it like that is just another good look to get a chance to like see what it's like in and on and around it. And it was funny. They went, yo, like Jawas are straight from the hood, son. Like they was throwing everybody. Like Jawas was literally like when you be in the hood and you see somebody like somebody that got like get thrown out, like she threw her man out and she throwing all his clothes and like cups and like shoes and stuff at him. That's what the Jawas was doing. Like they was like throwing everything at him. They couldn't even stop the dude. Like dude was still coming. They was throwing like pots and pans and stuff at the homie. They was dropping. Look, and then I love how they pop out their little windows. Like he's still there. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a very enjoyable scene. And once he gets up to the top of the fortress, he says he stands there and they all looking at him like, so what you want? And they was like, pow, shot. It was just cool, man. I enjoyed that. It was super dope. And they it was a fire sale on his ship. They liquidated that brother out. But him disintegrating them was beautiful. It was amazing. Him chasing them down was funny. Like just the way, I mean, he literally shot. He was like shooting them out their socks, son. Like there was nothing but like a little tunic left. It was like, so I love that. I love him fighting his way up. I love the fact that the Yoda, like the baby Yoda, was just like, what's going on? Like, because every time you see the little baby hands, he's just like, so I love Baby Yoda. I don't know, Baby Yo. This is gonna be his name now. Hashtag Baby Yo. It's, I'm how I'm referred to the homie. Like, but he's cute. The big eyes. I'd love to raise a Baby Yoda, but Nerd Soul Light and Baby Yoda would get along. And Lord, one is 50 years old and one is not even 2 yet, but they the same. They the same size. But I love I love that scene, man. That scene with the Jawas, there was just so it's weird. There's so much Star Wars lore inside of it without kind of sitting there and without like sitting down like, well, let's teach you about Jawas. It just kind of showed you their nature, um, which is cool. And just seeing like Jawas ain't, you know what I'm saying? No matter where you go, man, no matter what planet, Jawas just ain't like straight up. They ain't Jawas ain't worth a cent, boy. And and I loved it. And then I also loved how you have a Mandalorian who is, like his race, they're warrior ready. They are super warriors, super strong, and all that stuff. But these little annoying Jawas gave him the fight of his life. Just trying to get up to the top, and there was, electrocuting them, throwing cups and pots and stuff. I loved it, man. For real. I love the episode. That was dope. That was really cool, and just enjoyable in general. So we covered the kind of funny part. That was the funny part, but they gave us a part of the episode that revealed something to us. We got to see, kind of like another sort of rhinoceros in the Star Wars galaxy. Like, if you remember, there was a rhinoceros-ish kind of creature in Attack of the Clones when they were trying to kill. They had them on the pillars, and you had Padme. What's the boy named Anakin and and Obi-Wan. So you had them three, and he had like red, scaly kind of skin. That was one, I guess, rhinoceros-ish kind of creature. And then now we got a new one that's like a woolly mammoth-ish kind of creature. And here is where I'll speak to the show again. Um, oh, and I see we got another viewer up in here. Big shout out. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for watching the show. If you want to talk about anything and have any questions or whatever, holla at me in the chat. Hit me up. Also, hit that like button, because if you hit that thumbs down button, I'm going to send Jawas to your house. And they're going to take all the hubcaps. The hubcaps, engine, gear shift, blinker lights, everything. You know what I'm saying? They're taking all that. Big shout out to Eon01 who came through. Everyone in Europe scrambling for a bootleg. Mad, mad AF. They haven't released this in the UK. Yo, for real? Yo, bruh. Right? This is something that's interesting. Disney usually releases Marvel stuff in the UK first. And now it's like there ain't no Disney stuff, and it ain't no Disney Plus stuff going down. And like, what's going on, man? Do I have to hit Bob Iger up and holler at him? Bob Iger watches the show. Like, don't sleep. Like, please don't sleep. Like Bob Iger watches the show. You know what I'm saying? I can holler at him. Be like, yo, look, B, yo, look, hey, stop messing around with my people. You know what I'm saying? They over there across the pond. They want to watch The Mandalorian. Why you tripping? You know what I'm saying? Thanks for the thumbs up, Eon. Big shout out. Thanks for coming through. The part about this that I like with the creature that's like a rhinoceros is, it's kind of like your monster of the week type of creature, but we learn much more about the spirit of the Mandalorian. And what I mean by this is we see him fight to literally his last breath, lost and hit with the horn and all kinds of stuff. And all the way into the last moment where he literally just pulls a knife and like weakly holds it in front of him because he knows the rhinoceros is going to charge again. Like, that shows the kind of warrior and fighting spirit inside of him. And it is just something that is incredibly interesting and intriguing for me. So yeah, I love it. I love that part about it. Let's see. Eon01 says apparently there's a legal way to stream it. Can't find it. Coming out in March. Oh man. All right. Word up. And I know the streaming is tripping for a little bit, but you know what I'm saying. We'll be back. It is just YouTube got to do its thing. YouTube got to bug out for a bit, but YouTube will get it right. The intricacy of this creature just goes again to show the care and the money that they are putting into this show. They are spending some time. They are putting some dollars into this show, and it, like, everything looks so natural. There's what is it? When you think about like something like the prequels, everything looked great, but there's some things that didn't like match or mix well, or they didn't fit in because at times it was like so overproduced that there were some parts that didn't look real in it. Especially when it came to some of the ships. But here they found a way, and of course this is years and years later. This is like 99 as opposed to 2019. But here, a ton of this stuff is fake, but so much of it looks like it fits, like it's actually there, which I really, really dig. And it just goes like the production on this show sucks you in. Like when they go to meet the Jawas, it just looks real. It just looks rustic, like this old You know, it's just like this old beat down rolling fortress, and like the Jawas ain't even like all that fly. They just sitting around kicking it. You know, it just it seems so nat. Even like the threads that they're wearing seem kind of like dirty and dusted and stuff. It's it's amazing the attention to detail that we get on this show. Um, big shout out. Eon says bad promotion. There could have been a nice snowball effect with the Mandalorian Fallen Order game, then top it off with Rise of Skywalker in December. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I'm figuring Mandalorian's probably going to roll right up to the edge of course, Rise of Skywalker. And now that we have Baby Yo in the house, I wonder what this means for the future of Star Wars and maybe what another story told after this number 9 is complete could include. Because we have Baby Yo, and we know, I assume, we don't know, but I assume that Baby Yo doesn't die. So this is something that really piques my interest as far as like a lore piece, like a history piece, like a character piece, and kind of see how he or she grows up. Um, but Also another thing with the meeting that they have with what is it with the Mandalorian, I like how he loses his temper. He's like, what do you think about this? And like tries to hit him with the fire. Just we learn so much. It's weird in such a small episode. We learn so much about the mentality of Jawas and the mentality of the Mandalorian, and of course we get the reveal of Baby Yo having extreme connection to the Force. I mean, imagine as an infant, this dude was able to stop a who knows how many pound rhino. And of course, we know size matters not, but still, you could see that he was using a lot of energy to kind of stop that mammoth in its tracks and, literally levitate it. Um, so I don't know where that's going to go. I don't know where it's going to take us, but I am so interested. This show has me so ready. This show has me so excited. I really don't know what else to say except the Rhino looked amazing. The Rhino scene was great. We learned so much about the Mandalorian. Baby Yo is one of my ride or die characters right now. We got the ship back. The Jawas ain't Jawas are funny though. Like don't look. Jawas are like, if it ain't tied down, it's mine now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. And then also they did all this stuff for the egg, just to eat the yolk, man. I ain't like you did all that. Like y'all was trying to be funny. Like you sent me, you thought I was gonna die on this mission. That's what it is. Like you mess around and look, just don't even get me started on Jawas, all right? But guys, holla at me. I'm gonna holla at you down in them comments. Let's talk about the Mandalorian. This show is a lot of fun, and I am digging the set design. I'm digging the effects. I'm digging the intricacy of the creatures and the characters. Like you got Nick Nolte holding it down. You got the Jawas looking amazing. You got so much comedy in like what we would see as like this amazing hero and unstoppable like Mandalorian being kind of like befuddled with these like little thieves. And then of course, the realization, which I guess we all kind of already knew, that he was going to have a connection to the Force, but this strong, this early, we definitely know why they want him alive. We definitely know why. So guys, of course, holla at me. I'm gonna holla at you down in the comments. Let's talk. And thank you for coming through and chilling. Big shout out to Eon001. Big shout out to Patreon subscribers like Enrique Carrion with his comic book Phenomenal. Tim I Thought Crimes with their channel on YouTube. Big shout out to Geek Fine Art. And of course, big shout out to, of course, T Mother TMF Cure Brand. But big shout out for sending me cool hats, all that jazz, gear, keeping up with the channel. hold me down. So guys, before I bounce, I'm gonna say thank you for chilling. Check out NERDSoul everywhere. Pick yourself up a shirt. And of course, from me to you, thank you for watching and peace. What you going to do? I said peace. What you got to say? I said peace. Come on, y'all. I said peace. Come on. I said peace. Mandalorian. I said peace. Baby, yo, up in the house said peace. Come on, y'all. I said peace. Do what you got to do. I said peace. Don't stop. Don't stop. Said, come on. Don't stop. What? Come on. Come on. Don't stop. Keep it going. Yeah. Keep it going. Come on. I said, don't stop. Don't stop. What?